No, escalator brushes aren't there to clean your shoes. These bristles mark the edges of the steps. If you stand too close to the edge, your shoelaces or loose hanging clothes could be dragged into the gap between the stairs and the wall. Ooh! We instinctively step back when we feel the brush touch our leg. The extra pocket on the right side of a suit jacket is called the ticket pocket. First, they were used to store coins for people on horseback to pay toll booths without having to open their jackets. Then, when train travel became popular, they held tickets and passes for easy access. As for the left chest pocket, it was used to store handkerchiefs, keeping them away from the other cluttered and dirty pockets. The hole in a pen cap is there in case the thing gets swallowed. It allows air to flow through. Lego heads have holes in them for the same reason. Go look at your bathroom sink. Really? See the hole up near the rim? It's there to prevent overflows. Excess water goes into the siphon, and your floor stays dry in case you forgot to shut the water off. It also helps your sink drain faster instead of glugging down slowly as it fights air resistance. The hole gives that air somewhere to escape. There's a special oval-shaped compartment under the flap of the Tic Tac container. It's supposed to make it easier to extract one little mint at a time. Well, if you still like the idea of having a handful of them, I can't blame you. Which side of your car is the gas tank on? Well, it may be a tricky question if you're driving a rented vehicle or some brand new wheels, but just look at the little gas pump on your dashboard fuel indicator. The little arrow points to which side the tank is on. Holes in tube-like coffee stirring sticks help reduce resistance from the liquid so they can stir the sugar more efficiently, and we're thankful for that. This design also makes the plastic stick sturdier and protects it from bending in hot water. And manufacturers save money by using less plastic when the thing is hollow. The microwave door looks completely black when it's off, but when you're heating up your food, you can see through it. Look closely. It's not just a black glass, it's a special mesh against regular glass. This protective metal screen keeps the microwave energy inside. Dimples on the surface of a golf ball make it look cuter. No, actually the dimples increase its lift and reduce air resistance, meaning a ball can go further with them. In my case, it goes further into the trees and ponds. These dimples don't have to be spherical, they can be hexagonal or any other shape. But choose carefully. The slightest change in form or depth can really affect the ball's performance. The doors of toilet stalls don't reach the floor. Yeah, so you know when it's occupied. But these gaps are also there for emergency access in case the person inside needs immediate medical help. The gap is also good for ventilation. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's better to keep things to yourself, you know what I mean? Coins were given ribbed edges to stop people from shaving off parts of them to make whole new coins. The ridges make it obvious when a coin has been tampered with. Now look at the metal part on a stapler's bottom. Turns out this small plate can be rotated 180 degrees. After that, the stapler will bend the pins of the staples outward. This makes more temporary staples that are much easier to remove. The picture on UK coins seem incomplete and random because they all make a puzzle. If you put together all the denominations from the 1 penny to the 50 pence, you'll see the royal shield. Airplane windows have holes in them to keep from shattering from air pressure differences, but only some of them. The window has 3 layers of glass. The outer pane is made from a sturdy material that can withstand air pressure differences during takeoff and landing. The inner panel is made of cheaper material and prevents potential damage to the window. The hole in the middle pane balances that airflow. It also keeps the windows from fogging up. Almost every padlock has a tiny mysterious hole near the turnkey hole. It's there so water can drain out after a rainy day. Also, if your lock got jammed, the right way to lubricate it is through this hole. Those little buttons, they're actually called rivets, on jeans, were originally put there to keep the seam from ripping. Jeans back then were worn mostly by miners and other laborers who put their pockets under a lot of daily wear and tear. We don't put our pockets under such stress these days, but the tradition of rivets stuck around. And no, it's not true that the rivets were named in honor of the frogs the California prospectors found while panning for gold. Most of the buttonholes on a shirt are vertical, but the top and sometimes bottom are horizontal. The reason is simple: these two slip out more often than the other buttons, so the horizontal buttonhole can stop your garment from popping open like the lid on a cheap suitcase. Next time you're struggling to peel off that tiny foil cover on a tube of ointment or cream, look at the top of the cap. It normally has a spike on it for this exact purpose. Every toothpick comes with its own handy little holder. Just break off the top, put it on the table, and place your toothpick between the notches, pointy end up. Now it won't touch the table and get all dirty. You can do the same thing with disposable chopsticks. Break off the top piece before you pull them apart. A typical box cutter has lines on its blade. These lines show where the blade can be broken if it gets dull. When doing this, use the removable sleeve on the backside. It's safer this way. For when your butter is too hard to cut, put a glass of water in the microwave for a minute or so. Test the glass so it's not too hot, take it out and pour out the water. Put the warm glass over the butter. It'll soften up in no time. Coconut oil isn't just useful in the kitchen or for making hair masks. You can also use it to get chewing gum out of your hair. If your pants zipper is stuck or your door hinges squeak, you can use coconut oil as a substitute for WD-40. You can also polish cutlery and leather with it. Toothpaste can clean silver as well. Just apply a small amount on your jewelry and rub it with an old toothbrush. When you're done, your silver will shine again, and there will be no cavities or bad breath. To get rid of pungent odors in your fridge, use coffee grounds. Put them in the fridge and they'll absorb the smell. The same will work with your hands after peeling onions or garlic. A cotton pad has different textures on each side for different uses. The patterned side is for removing nail polish, and the softer side is for face cleansing. The textured side is also good for skin exfoliation when applying toners. Sometimes you need to use a screwdriver at an uncomfortable angle. Put the screwdriver's handle in the hole of a wrench and turn it. This will increase the torque and make the job much easier. If you like takeout meals, you probably have a whole collection of tiny soy sauce packets. Don't let them lie around in your fridge completely useless. Freeze them! They're perfect little ice packs for small injuries. Look closely at the overhead tram lines. You'll see its contact wires run in a zigzag path and not in a straight line. It's made to extend the life of the current collector, which is mounted on the top of the tram. Its upper part contacts with the wire and wears out with use. When a wire is laid with a small zigzag, this collector wears down evenly over the entire width of the runner. The ice cream cone was invented accidentally. One sunny day, a vendor ran out of glass cups to serve his frozen treat in. Luckily, there was a waffle booth right next to him, so he decided to put the dessert in the rolled waffles. And now your ice cream holder is deliciously edible as well.